Hello and welcome everyone. I'm a Squared Gamer and we are back with another day of Crusader Kings 3. I just had to turn off my AC. That chanting music I can never interrupt. So I always have to wait until the chanting stops before I can cut in. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I'm just lowering the volume a little. Get everything ready for today's game. Let's get right into it. The game did update right before I started it up, and it said that the game is the save file is on a different version of the game, and that might mess up the game. And so we will see what happens going forward. My room is hot. I had the AC on. I just turned it off because it's too much noise over the microphone. But might be a shorter stream today because it's way too hot in here. I have to get used to now that it's June, and so I have to cool down my room before I start streaming. I'm not used to the habit, and I'm the type of person that takes a long time to get used to new habits. So hopefully I can get used to turning on the AC quickly. My goal is to turn it on like at noon. That way, when I start my stream, it's already had a few hours of cooling down, and I can leave it off for the rest of my stream. But today, I didn't do that. I didn't remember until I was about to start stream an hour ago, and then I remembered, oh, I haven't turned on my air conditioning. And so I went into the room, and it was sweltering hot. And so I had to turn on the air conditioning unit and leave the room to cool down. But I have to keep that in my head. Remember that I have to turn it on every time before I stream. Every day before I stream. I should turn it on as soon as I wake up is what I should do. That'll be my new plan of action. Starting next stream, as soon as I wake up, I'll come cool down this room and then go do what I have to do for the rest of the day. And then when I come and start stream, everything should be cool. It was much easier in winter because all I had to do was come in here with a sweater on, and if it was too cold, I had a space heater right next to me and I could just turn that on. And after 30 seconds to a minute, the space heater would be warm enough to keep me toasty. But the heat is not the same as the cold. And so the cooling down of a room, much more difficult than the warming up of a room. Also because the space heater makes no noise. So I had the space heater on right next to the microphone. No noise. Meanwhile, the air conditioner is about the same distance from the microphone as the space heater was, but that is a rumbling like you're standing next to a train track while the train is going by. So new habits, which I'm not very good at, but let's move on from that. Get into the game. Last time was a big day in Crusader Kings in this playthrough, because last time we finally got some land. If you missed it, you can watch the stream. I uploaded onto my YouTube channel. It's at A Squared Gamer, same tag as my Twitch. But the Cliff Notes version, this little petty kingdom, Konyi, was ruled by this lady. And I managed to start a scheme. So I didn't even have to take the country by force. I started a scheme where I pretended that I was going to her, and just as an aside, her chancellor, her marshal, and her spymaster all helped me in this scheme. Actually, no, not her spymaster, but her chancellor and her marshal both helped me in this scheme. So I pretended that they brought me in to fulfill a contract because I'm an adventurer. I run an adventurers camp, and that's what we do. We go to different places, they give us contracts, we fulfill the contract. And so I pretended that's what we were going to do. So we got a meeting with her, and as soon as we went into the meeting, we jumped her, took her prisoner, and forced her to give us her kingdom. Which, you know, when you say it out that way, I'm surprised I could even do it. But I was happy that I could scheme my way to a kingdom instead of having to use force, because my character is an intrigue character. 44 intrigue is, I believe, the best in the world still. If I look at every single character the game has created, 26,310 characters, and if I sort them by intrigue, I'm number 1. Samanas over here is number 2. So I have the best intrigue in the world. And the fact that I could use that to get myself a kingdom was very fortuitous. I still have the Lust for Land modifier because I have not unpaused the game after getting the land. As soon as I got the land, we ended last stream. And so I think the only thing I did was to fill my console. So I gave everyone jobs on my console. And that was it. My wife obviously is my wife, so I didn't have to fill that position. And this religious leader is assigned by the religion, not by me. And so I didn't have anything to do with that. But the other 4, the chancellor, the steward, the spymaster, and the marshal, I filled myself. And if, in case you noticed, Kirong, the Kirong last name, I gave 2 of the 4 positions to my sons. My player heir and first son, firstborn Sumnang, he became my spymaster. And my second son became my steward. It says he's also my champion, so let's fix that. I can only have 8. Right now I have 11, so let's start forbidding some people, specifically my children. So he's forbidden. And now we're down to 8. He's my player heir, also forbidden. Mutik is my son. He's forbidden. Although he only has 7, so he'll probably never have to fight. So I'll just put him on allow. And now I have 8 champions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vipang is 5. Dorji is 6. Mahendravarman is 7. And then my son would have been 8, but I forbid him. And so now Govinda is 8. They're all pretty good. I guess I have 1 more men-at-arms regiment I can create. I need people who are good in hills. Mountains, desert, mountains, hills, yes. Because we are in the Himalayan mountain range. And so the better they are in mountains and hills, the more effective they will be. However, I'm currently in debt. So before I spend any money, let's find a way to get my money up. Since I still have 590, we have some wiggle room to work with. And so let's try and get this in the positive, the monthly income. Right now it's at minus 2.1 plus 0.7, and that totals negative 1.3. So I'm losing 1.3 per month. Let's try and get that in the positive before I start actually spending money. So first and foremost, If I look at my vassals, I have one. He holds a city. Right there. Amdo's in the hills. Garco is also in the hills. And the capital is also in the hills. So first and foremost, let's move the capital. I want the capital to be on the east side because I want it to be within the land of my cultural group, the Sumpa. Most of the land is, but the only piece of land that is not Sumpa land just so happens to be where the capital is. And that I do not like. So we have what? 3 chiefdoms? Garco, Kozo, Homa, and Amdo. Let's move it to Amdo. Amdo, I believe, is actually our best equipped barony. Yeah, Garco only has 1 holding. A tribe holding. Because Homa only has 1 holding, another tribe holding, and that's the capital. Meanwhile, Amdo over here has 2 holdings, one of which being a castle, and the other being a city. Oh, there's a temple as well. I didn't even notice. Wow, so this is fully fleshed out. It has a castle, a city, and a temple, which are the 3 different types of holdings you can build. Meanwhile, Garco has a tribe holding, which isn't even one of these 3 that you can build. So a tribe holding is like a generic camp. Yeah, so it needs to be built up to be a castle. Yeah, constructed out of logs and rough-hewn stone, this hold is imposing despite its small size. Tribe holdings cannot be effectively held by characters with feudal governments and will provide no taxes or levies. That's right, because once we took over this kingdom, our government type transitioned from tribal to feudal. So now we're a feudal government. Used to be tribal, and that's good. I believe feudal governments are better than tribal governments in terms of how easy it is to govern. But I don't actually know. Yeah, feudal gives their vassals land to govern in exchange for levies and taxes. Regulated by individual vassal contract between vassal and liege. Tribal have stunted county development, cannot advance past tribal era innovations, cannot construct new holdings, and are usually unable to change their succession law. However, they can make use of prestige rather than gold to build their realms and hire men-at-arms, and have access to more casus belli compared to feudal realms. Non-tribal armies suffer a supply limit penalty in hostile tribal territory. Okay, yeah, so, I mean, it has its advantages in order for the game to balance it out, but if you hold land and it's tribal, you can't build anything, you can't upgrade anything, so I would much rather have feudal land. Very cool, they got the land you wanted, your control is quite low, if you fix that a bit, you would gain a lot of gold, I think. Yes, and so, for the tribal holdings, I can't, the reason it's at 0 is because it's a tribal holding, and I'm a feudal government, so I cannot make any money from this. I have to assign someone. I have to assign a vassal to take over this land, and hopefully they transition it into feudal. But the reason I want to move my capital is because Amdo here is a castle, and castles do make money for feudal governments. And so let's move the capital here. some buildings here may become inactive. What building here might become inactive? Yeah, I don't think so. So let's move the capital to Amdo, Rome capital, move. And now this is our capital. It's of our culture. We need to convert faith. But that is easy because now that we have a council, we can just tell our religious leader here, the Purohit, to convert faith in county. And all of our counties follow the same religion, because my religion only exists down here. So we can have him convert faith right here in our capital. Take him 5 years to do so. And then our marshal here can focus on increasing control. And the yellow means, well, let's start with reddish, pinkish hue here. This means control is very low. So it's probably close to 0. Yellow here means that it's probably in the middle. Probably around 40, 50. And then the gray means there's 100% control. However, that only applies to land I hold. Because right now this guy's the marshal. So if I have him improve control in Amdo, and now that we're no longer, that'll take him 23 months. Now that we're no longer pressing on the marshal, if you look at the county of Amdo, it has 72 control. Garco has 63. And then Kozahoma, which was in the red, is at 6. Even though there's 72 control here, it has a negative modifier, Thieves Guild. So let's try and get rid of that. But now that we have no one selected, if I look at a control map of the world, it's this one, you can see the gray means there's 100% control. The white means there's absolute control, which is even better than 100%. And then you have a bunch of yellows, oranges, reds, all throughout the world. Red means almost no control. Yellow means mid-tier control. Orange is between red and yellow, obviously. And then gray means 100%. And so in our little country here, in our petty kingdom, we want to get 100 control, because the higher the control, I have to zoom in, the higher the control, the more taxes we can get, and the more levies we can get from the county. You see the warning message there says that it's reduced by 14% due to low county control. And the same for taxes, they're reduced by 28%. So if I get county control up to 100, that will increase how much money and how many men I can get for my military from this county. Development level is 4, so that also increases how many taxes I can get. And we're working on converting faith. So let's look at the faith map. Yeah, it is currently in the heart of Karwe Bompo territory, which is this teal color. But you see the purple lines. The purple lines exist because the leader of this territory is me, and I am Ari. And so the Ari faith is purple down here. And so whenever someone who is of a different faith leads a certain area, a certain territory, that territory will be striped the color of that liege's faith. So you can see here as I hover over it, the county faith is Karwe Bum, and top liege's faith is Ari. And that's why you have the purple stripes. But I am a new High Chief. Is that my position? No, Prabhu. I'm a new Prabhu over a petty kingdom here. And so I already assigned my council. And now I just assigned work for the religious leader and for the marshal. All my vassals like me, so I don't need them. I don't need my chancellor to work on domestic affairs. I'll have him work on foreign affairs to increase my prestige. Meanwhile, Pungse could promote cultural acceptance, but this area is of my culture. The only one that isn't is Homa over here. And I could have increased development, but I'm currently losing 1.1 gold per month. It went up to 1.5 now that I moved the capital. But I think my expenses went up as well. I'm not sure what happened there. Meanwhile, the whole point of my intrigue build is to find secrets and blackmail people for it. So let's have my spy master look for secrets. And I believe green means there's secrets to find and white means there's not secrets to find. I'm not actually sure how that works, but I will send him to the capital of my neighboring kingdom of U. Their capital is right here in Zitang. So now they're finding secrets in the capital of U. It's interesting that their capital is so low. Also, because this mission exists here because I still haven't unpaused the game after becoming king. No, Prabhu. And so I think once I unpause, this will disappear because I can no longer collect contracts because I'm no longer an adventurer. My spy match will take 5 months to find secrets down here. And last time we also looked through our court positions. I think we determined there's no other position I want filled because I do not want to spend any more money. We're currently paying 0.54 gold per month in salaries. I would like a better doctor though, but I don't think I have a better doctor. Nope. The best doctors are average, and there's only 3 of those. She became my rival because I did steal her land. Her family does not like me, so her daughter and her children, which she had with her previous husband, who was the previous Gyalpo of U, this big neighboring kingdom. And so a lot of their princesses, a lot of U's princesses, do not like me. Because they are the grandchildren of this old lady I stole the kingdom from. But now the question is, what is my next plan of action? My next plan of action, if I just said, was to get my money up. Low control, yes. I'm working on it. I should feudalize tribal holdings. How do I do that? So how do I... Oh, there's Grant 2. No. Feudalize. Destroy all buildings in this holding and change its holding type. Okay. That'll cost me 200 gold to feudalize it. And it makes it a castle holding. And now I'm getting 0.17 gold per month from there. And 144 levies. So that's good. And then I can do the same to Homa. Feudalize it. Ooh, that'll cost me 500 gold. So I don't even have the gold for that. The previous one was worth it though. Because I am now making more gold per month. But if I go to the capital, over here, oh, not this one, Amdo. Guild halls. improves tax per month. And then... Oh, this is the city. I'm looking at the castle holding. Okay, so trophy halls. I don't think is useful. We'll leave it for now. Small hill fort is good for defense. Is my mountaineer regiment a heavy infantry or a skirmisher? Oh, they're heavy infantry. Okay. Small hill fort doesn't help heavy infantry. But the trophy halls do. But I'm going to tear down this trophy hall. But first, let's see if we have enough money to build something. The Royal Reserves would be good. And the tax offices would be good. I need a few things for that though. First, my culture needs to have manorialism. Innovation. This is the tribal innovations that I spoke about earlier, and then tribal holdings and government types cannot go into the early medieval innovations. So that's why you want to transition away from feudal as quickly as possible. But we are currently still in tribal, and we need manorialism, which is not even in tribal, it's in early medieval. We're not even in that era yet. Meanwhile, the head of my culture is Prabhu Tenzin of Amdo. He has 7 counties within Sumpa land. Meanwhile, I only have 2. In order for me to become the culture head and decide what I should focus on in terms of innovations or to reform my culture, I first need to be the culture head. And to be the culture head, I need to hold the most counties of my culture in the world. Currently, Prabhu Tenzin here holds the most of Amdo. So he has the Duchy of Amdo. But I hold the Duchy capital. The County of Amdo is the capital of the Duchy of Amdo. And I hold the County of Amdo. But he holds all the other land. And he is a subordinate of U. So I can't even attack him. Even though he only has 640 soldiers. Okay. These 600 mercenaries will disappear when I die, so I think I have to build up my military before then. But I also have to make sure my monthly income is not in the red. The best way to do this would be to build up the county of Kozolma. What part of Duchy is... Oh, the Duchy of Konyi. The capital of which is Kozahoma. Okay, so I think I should focus on getting the rest of this duchy. So I would have to attack Guge. Ooh, I do not have the power to attack Guge. Okay, so 2 things. I need to get my money up and I need to improve my military. to defend myself from all these powerful neighbors. Although I could attack Ooh. I think I could take Amdo from Ooh. No, I don't quite have the force to take on their coalition. So I guess we're just gonna have to hope that this guy collects, my spy master collects a lot of secrets in the capital, and then I can blackmail people for some money. Because right now we need to make some money in order to build up my territory so that I can make more money per month, more than I spend. Let me see, the Empire of Tibet. This is our long-term goal right here, to build the Empire of Tibet. Oh, there's a Kingdom of Amdo. Okay. So then this is my short-term goal. My short-term goal is to create the Duchy of Amdo and change my petty kingdom title from Konyi to Amdo. Because I believe... Wait, can I create the Duchy of Konyi right now? Oh, yeah, this is a duchy. The petty kingdom is a duchy title. Okay, so I have the duchy. This is part of my duchy. And then this is part of my duchy. So can I attack? Can I declare war on him? No. Okay. Yeah, so my goal is to build up my land. Right now, Kozoma's not making any money because it's a tribal holding. But to feudalize it, I need 500 gold. So let's try and get to 500 gold. See if we can do it. Do I have any hooks I can use right now? No, I do not. Well, I murdered a couple of people. I have a couple of strong hooks. This is my own guy. Oh yeah, he murdered someone. That's good, it's a strong hook. And now that I have a court, my followers can make money. Or can have money. So hopefully he doesn't lose this 87 gold before I can blackmail him again. So that's one way to make money. Is there anything else I can do before I start? I don't want to spend money on anything. No, looks like I am all set for now. At least I'm starting to make some renown per month. Because I am the Prabhu now. And I am a Duke. So I'm making 0.54 renown per month from these two things. So that's good. Let's unpause and start the game moving again. Now that I think I've handled all the administration required for a newly crowned Prabhu. So let's begin. Oh, The heralding has been invalidated. Lifestyle focus. Oh, yes. Because my perks have different lifestyle focuses. When you are... All the perks have changed. And so now let's look at what our new perks do. I can fabricate a hook. Find secrets may also fabricate hooks. Murder phase length 20 days faster. Initial hostile scheme success chance is higher. This perk used to be that if I expose a secret, I gain prestige. Now it is disrupting scheme effectiveness. Find secret progress speed 25% faster. I can abduct people. Enemy hostile schemes are worse against me and against my courtiers. My own schemes are better. I can have one more scheme. Yeah. So they're not... I don't think they're as good. The intrigue schemes, when you're noble and a landholder, I don't think they're as good as the intrigue perks when you are an adventurer. I think as an adventurer, the perks are better. Yeah, yeah. Let's look at the wandering perks. Okay, travel safety and decreased travel costs. I still have the storyteller perk is the same. Just one more hill is the same. I think of the people is better. Of the people before, when I was an adventurer, every single time I moved my camp, I would gain fame. Now, as a landholder, it promotes cultural acceptance, increases the popular opinion of any realm county you travel to. So I think that's better. And I think most of the other ones are the same. Yeah, it looks like everything else is the same. Pedagogy is the same. But scientific now applies to cultural fascination. And then these are the same. Golden obligations is the same. You can demand payment for hooks. Collecting taxes is now more effective. Let's see. Stalwart leader increases my prowess. Reduces the risk of commanding armies. May challenge rivals to single combat, inflicting stress if you win. So that's good. And then diplomacy, which is what we are currently working on. Let me take a drink of water before I start reading these. Okay, so Heart of the Family is the same. Groom to Rule is the same. Sound Foundations is the same. Okay, so these are the same. 2 random skill points for each friend you have. Max of 5, that's good. Firm Hand, monthly prestige per dread. Night effectiveness per dread. That's different. And I don't have any dread. Monthly prestige per night, plus 1%, increased bodyguard aptitude. Per powerful vassal on the council. Writing history. Okay. I think, unlike Intrigue, where I feel like they're slightly worse, I feel like the Diplomat are slightly better. However, I don't want these two. So I think I can reset my perks. It'll stress me the hell out, but... Oh, it resets all of my perks. Okay. I only want to reset my diplomacy perks, but I'll do it anyways. And then just redo all of my other perks. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's reset all of my perks. Because they're all new. Reset. I'm overwhelmed by stress. Yes. I lost the schemer and wayfarer traits, but I'm about to get them back, so don't worry. I need to focus on this first. That's unfortunate. Because once I focus on something, I can't change it for 5 years. So I think it was not a good thing that I did this. Yeah, because now I've lost all of my perks. That was unfortunate. Now I know. I did not know this was going to happen, but now I know. I've lost all of my perks. This is good information for the future. It's unfortunate for the present, though. Okay, let me see. Cancel. Okay, now can I change this? No, I cannot. Ah, that was unfortunate. I just messed that up. So now I'm going to have to stay in intrigue. Oh, wait. Can I still get the perk? Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, my God. I should have just gone onto a diplomacy focus, and then I could have just gotten all the perks. I knew I could do that. Why was I... I just had a dummy moment. Because I knew that I could get perks in other focuses. I just needed to get an actual focus. That was stupid on my part. You don't need to have an actual focus in that tree to get perks from that tree. As long as you have points in that tree, you can get the perk. You just need to have a focus in any one of these trees. I'm so dumb. But that's fine, because I think I don't want anything else from diplomacy anyways. Yep. These are all the points my children get from room to rule. Meanwhile, I need golden obligations to demand payment for hooks. And I need to make some money. So I think I can extort my subjects. That would be nice. Collecting tax effectiveness should be high. Yeah. My vassals give me more taxes. I like that. But I only have one more perk, so I think I want to be able to extort my subjects. That seems like something I would do as an intrigue character. And next would be... I want to have one of these. Casus Belli is half the cost. Natural Dread or reduced may challenge rivals. I don't think I actually like this. I do have one perk to use here, but I don't think I like any of these. Not for this character anyways. I think the only perk out of every I saw that I like was this one, Prepared Conscription. But I would need 4 perks to get to it. And then this would be the only other perk I like. So we might as well get this one since we can get it now. And I'll never be in this tree again until I die. And looks like we're back. Yeah, we are back. I dropped a few frames there, but everything is in the green again, so we should be back. The only thing I was saying was that the only other perk I want in this diplomacy tree is Sound Foundations. Each living child gives you 1 random skill point, max of 5. So let's remember, I have 28, 13, 11, 47, 18. 13, 11, 47. And then once I unlock this, Diplomacy went up 1, Martial went up 3, Stewardship went up 1, and then Intrigue and Learning stayed the same. So +1 Diplomacy, +3 Martial, +1 Stewardship. So that's good, and now I'm focusing on Intrigue, and I cannot change it for 5 years, so that's unfortunate. What I should have done, now that I'm satisfied with all of my other perks, is pivoted to maybe actually no, these aren't actually all that great. What I should have done was focused on medicine or learning to get all my health boosts back. But let's see if there's anything here I want before going down the whole of body branch of this life of the learning tree. Yeah, I'm not really a faith-focused character, so this tree is off the list. I'm not the head of my culture, so I don't need scientific. Learning per level of devotion. Different faith opinion. %20 of my consular skills added to my own. I like that. And I can buy claims. I like that. Then these are all health boosts, which I don't really need at the moment. Or do I? How old am I? I'm 52. I might need them. For now, though, I have 3 perks. So I can either get scientific, plant cultivation, and scholarly circles, or I can get open-minded. Yeah, I think I'll get these 3. Do I want open-minded? Yeah, scholarly circles is better, and that's who are competing with each other over what to get next. So we will get scholarly circles, and that should increase by level of devotion by 1. So my current learning is 18. Once I unlock this, it is 21. So I've increased all my stats again. And then, oh, I'm currently focusing on intrigue. That's unfortunate. Because I would like to focus on learning now. And I cannot change it for 5 years, so I can't go back to learning until I'm 57. And so let's make a plan on what it is we want from intrigue while we're here. So it would take 8, 9 to get the torturer, 9 to get the seducer. This increases fertility, seduce phase, seduce scheme against your own courtiers. Removes the rank difference penalty from your seduce schemes. No longer critical fail. Seduce. Your lovers are less likely to join murder against you, and are more likely to save you in case of attempted murders. You can learn 1 additional language. Okay, entry plus 3 is nice, but this is all about seduce schemes, of which I've only ever done 1, and it was on my second wife a long time ago. Meanwhile, torture, I don't think I want to torture, but let's just look at the perks. Dread gain. Intimidated vassal tax contribution goes up, so that's nice. Unlocks the murder feast. Imprison. I don't like any of these, but I have done some of this stuff before in my lifetime, in this character's lifetime. So, we're going to go down the torture tree. I don't want dread gain plus 30% yet, so hopefully within the next 2 years, if I can just get Dark Insights and Divine Retribution and then be able to switch, that would be perfect. But if not, I'm going to have to go down Dreadful. And then we can switch to Learning. So that is the plan for the future. Perks. A law was removed because I'm no longer tribal. I've lost 1 gold. Family member. Oh, yes. I can get them married now because now that they are no longer... Oh, I can demand some payment. That's good to know. When did I get this strong hook? He murdered someone. I mean, sure, I'll take the 10 gold. I did a contract for you, right? Yes, excel that contract. So I'll take 50 gold. I mean, I'd be more than happy to. And then I can demand payment from my children because I have a hook on them, but that hook is that I'm the head of the house. So I'm not gonna use that hook. I would like to remain the head of the house. I need 1 more champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Napungse. Govinda is 8. Niasig here should be 9. There you go. But this reminds me, telling me that my family members can get married, that now what I can do is marry everyone to people outside of... Because before, when you're an adventurer, you can only marry within the camp. Now that I'm no longer an adventurer, I can marry anyone, anywhere near my petty kingdom. And so I can go to my courtiers, sort by age. Deva Booty here is 81. So let's arrange a marriage for him. He's never been married. Okay, wow. then sort. It's only showing me people in my court. That's not how it should be. Is it because he's 81? What about Bone? What about if I arrange a marriage for Bone? Oh no, wait, he's already married. Guillerme is a eunuch. He cannot get married. Sobar is married. Ganapati Varman is married. Wangdu the Honest is not married. Lamo, his first wife, died. Sangieka the Compassionate died. That's unfortunate. She was one of my first 2 followers, her and Sobar. It's unfortunate that she died. Was it recently? December of 901. No, it's been 2 years, and I didn't even notice. Wow. But let's see. Yeah, so I can marry him to people who are not in my court. There's 163 characters available to marry him. And so what I want to do is sort by sum of all skills and have the most skilled show up at the top. Shatis here, who's 42. Probably not old enough to have children. Or probably too old to have children. They'll need 3 years before her fertility will expire. Honest, impatient, ambitious, calm, callous, patient. Oh, she's patient. They will not like each other. But that 28 intrigue would be great, because then she could be a good spy master for my son when I die and he takes over. Because spy master is the only position women can fill in cultures that do not allow female, that are not egalitarian or don't have equality between men and women. King Yu. And then my daughters are intelligent. But I don't see any other inheritable trait. Wait, let me sort by inheritable trait. Droma. She is robust. I'm not going to marry him to her. Instead, let me find someone a little healthier. He's infirmed. He's about to die. These are my wives. Tree Song is 46. Okay, we should be back. I keep dropping frames. And then my connection says it's unstable. And my bitrate is bad, but now it's good. Okay, we didn't get too far. We're just looking for an unmarried. Can I sort by unmarried? I don't think I can. Okay, so here's what I think the first person I saw was Wangdu. No, I wanted Marok. No. Tree Song I wanted, because he's healthy. And then, ooh, she's fecund, which means I think she has 2 more years of fertility left. But let me sort this by sum of all skills. And it's currently showing me everyone with inheritable traits. Yes, everyone who's fertile with inheritable traits is what it's showing me. And so let's get some of these traits into my court. Let's marry Trisang, who's never been married, to this lady who's fecund. She, I think, still has 2 more years of fertility left. I don't think there's anything that conflicts personality-wise. Whole body, she's a wise woman as well. That's nice. Chance of children medium. I mean, you have like 2 years. Is she the only member of her house? Yeah, so that house is about to disappear because she's about to marry into his house. So send that proposal. And that'll be a marriage for Merak. Or no, for Trisang. Now let's go through everyone. Make sure everyone is married. Wangu's about to die. Merak's about to die. These are my wives. Trisang I just arranged. Nayana Devi is married. Lagian is married, as is Govinda. Yeah, so we're just going to go through all of our followers here and try to marry some very skilled people into my cohort. I think most of my women are married. Oh no. I left her unmarried, I remember, for this specific reason. So her third spouse will be someone younger than her and very talented so that I can have a talent in my court. So they're not going to have children. They don't need inheritable traits and they don't need to be fertile. Instead, I will sort by prowess and find the best available knight in the world, or available to me at the moment. There's 202 characters. Shatri is the best, but he's already in my court. I'm second best. Ratnapala. 25 prowess, but only 7 martial. Raspel is only 28 years old with 22 prowess and 15 martial. So he's good. Do they have anything that conflict with each other? She is diligent, craven, just. He is shy, arrogant, and brave. Oh, brave people don't like craven people. What was he? 22 prowess, 15 martial? Prowess, 9 martial. Jayasimha. Oh, okay. Who cares if they don't like each other? He's 28. She will die way before him. She's 50. And she's already in poor health, so let's get him into my court first. Oh, he's someone else's chancellor. I don't think he'll come. Why is he a chancellor with only 3 diplomacy? That makes no sense. Let's see if he'll come. Matrilineal marriage. Let's see if he come. I don't think he will, but we'll see. Whew, it's starting to get hot in here. Lucky. Okay. Now once I go through everyone, Pema is unmarried. He has no inheritable traits. And so of the 161 characters he can marry, 78 are fertile, and of those 78, 4 have inheritable traits. 2 are my daughters. But I want to marry these 2 to men who have the same trait. So let's remove inheritable trait. 78 women available. Let's sort by sum of all skills, see who are the most skilled women. Here's Shatis again with 28 intrigue. Calm, callous, patient. Humble, just, deceitful. Nothing that interacts negatively. Yeah, so let's get Shatis. They're the same age. Let's get Shatis into my court. Chance of children is low because they're both 42. That's fine. Send the proposal. I just want her in my court. I don't care if they have children. I only care if the people with inheritable traits have children. Nyasig, for instance, is robust. His wife Dawa is not, and she's 39. He's 40. So we allow polygamy, right? So I should be able to arrange another marriage, but it looks like I cannot. Only one marriage for you. So let's move on. Vijaya. Dawa, I just checked. Zangwa is robust. Navati is not. And he's younger than her too, but looks like I cannot give them a second spouse. Thipang is not married. So let's find him a spouse. Fertile, inheritable traits. Yep, still the same 4. So let's sort by sum of all skills. He's 37, so someone younger would be good, although they're both compassionate. She's temperate, he's just. No, let's not do that. Because she's zealous about her Hindu faith, and I would like to convert these people. How about Chandala Devi? Forgiving, just, and stubborn. How about if I sort by... She's barren. .33 diplomacy, wow. If only she was a man. She could be my chancellor. I think Chandala Devi. Manichaeism. Not sure what that is. She has the lover's pox. She's lustful, so they might have children. Even though she's already 42. No. He's young. He can afford someone younger than him who has more in common. Okay, let's go back to some of our skills. Chandala Devi looks like the best match, even though she's 7 years older. How about Yeldam? She is deceitful, but he is not honest, so that will not conflict. Oh wow, 4-star mastermind philosopher. Dishonorable lackey, and what is he? Righteous empath. Yep. This is gonna be it. Chance of children medium, send that proposal. They're both lowborn. That was Thepang. Next is Shatri. Shatri has no inheritable traits. Some of all skills. Let's just make sure inheritable traits. Still the same 4. And now he can marry... My 2 daughters are very high up in terms of some of our skills. But Shatri here. Shatri can marry. He is brave, compassionate, trusting. Gregarious, trusting, honest. But she's 45. So they cannot have children. Oh, Gayatri here is trusting, generous, and diligent. Sounds good. So he can marry Gayatri. Now he can marry Mary? Who's Mary? Gambika is married. It's a joke. Yeah, I figured with the winky face that it's a joke, but that joke went completely over my head. Can my religions clerics get married? It is. It's allowed. Okay. So then let's find you a marriage. You only have 9 learning, so I would like you to die an early death. So let's... It's like stop with your tomfoolery, Tom. Yeah, I get it now. Yeah. I didn't make the connection between Mary and Mary, like marriage and the name Mary. I didn't make that connection before. Yeah, that one went completely over my head. But as I was saying, I would like this guy to die an early death. So, as a stubborn, forgiving, sadistic person, I should find him someone who is just as bad. Someone with high intrigue. They don't have to be fertile. I don't care if he has children or not. I need the highest intrigue possible. Prabhavati Gupta. She's deceitful and paranoid, but she's craven, so she might not do it. Oh, she's a marauder. You know what? She might do it. Okay, so he can marry her. They're not going to have any children, but that's fine. I just want him to be driven to an early death. What is your aim with this Tibet run? Well, short term, I have a couple of goals. My short-term goal is to form the Duchy of Amdo, which will then form the Kingdom of Amdo. And then my long-term goal is to form the Empire of Tibet. When I'm finished marrying people off, I'll show you what that looks like. But I don't want to... Actually, no, I'll exit away from this. I think I remember my spot. Yeah, so if you look at the duchy titles, currently I hold the Petty Kingdom of Konye. Petty Kingdom is a duchy title. And so if you look at the duchy titles, I have Konye over here. I don't hold all of it, but I hold most of it, and I hold the title itself. My realm capital is currently in the county of Amdo, which just so happens to be the capital of the Duchy of Amdo. So I would like to form the Duchy of Amdo next. And then once I have these two duchies, I would like to form the Kingdom of Amdo, all of this. And then once I spread this out, I would like to form the Empire of Tibet. And that is my end game goal for this playthrough, is to form the Empire of Tibet. And hopefully, when I form the Empire of Tibet, I can convert most of this land into my Sumpa culture. We already have a big block in the middle here, so we're more than on the way there already. And I would also like to convert them to my faith, which is Ari. Currently, Ari only exists down here in this corner. I would like for Ari to extend throughout the entire of the Tibet Empire. Also, if I could, I would like this holy site, these two holy sites, to exist within the Empire of Tibet. As you can see, one exists currently in Rajasthan and the other in the Bengal Empire. And so that is what I feel like doing in this game. And then who knows, once we accomplish all of that, which will probably take a while, who knows what if we'll continue the playthrough or if we'll move on to another playthrough. My previous playthrough was over here in the west, and I formed the Duchy of Barcelona and then used that and the Duchy of Valencia here to form the Kingdom of Valencia. And then my goal was to form the Empire of Hispania, but the game ended, the playthrough ended before I could form the empire because there was an update and then the save file didn't quite work the way it was supposed to. And so I ended the playthrough before I could form the Empire of Hispania. So I failed the goal of my last playthrough. Hopefully I do not fail the goal of forming Tibet this time. But that is the goal in this run. So now we go back to our administration. I think we were more than halfway done, yes. We just married our religious leader here. T. Ciara is already married. Dorji as well. Songne, I did not marry because he's hunchback and I would not like that to be passed on. But there's a chance it doesn't get passed on, so we might as well marry him to someone. But this one does not have to be fertile. So that's 318 characters, some of all skills. She is a genius, but she's 71 and has never been married. 71-year-old witch, wise woman. That's unfortunate. I bet that Tibet run will be more fun when All Under Heaven DLC comes out. Yes. When that DLC comes out and China becomes available, it should be way more fun because there should be more gameplay available in this part of the world, but I don't know how long that DLC is actually going to take. I know how much, how long games take to release DLCs. But it's funny because the way the map looks, you see a straight line here in the west on the Atlantic Ocean, but in the east, you see right here in Tibet, it's all squiggly, so you can tell someone cut like a piece out. And that's just a very interesting, intuitive piece of game design that I enjoy. Because it's sort of like the game is telling you, hey, there's some more land over here that we're not showing you. And obviously, we know that there's more land east of that. Just like we know there's more land west of it. But for this time period, no one knew there was more land west of this line. So this map makes sense. But people in this time period already knew there was more land east of this. China's been like the center of civilization for thousands of years. Going back to like Marco Polo and the Silk Road, and all of these places existed knowing that China was a thing. Especially in Tibet and India. They definitely knew China was a thing. And China definitely knew Japan was a thing. So like this was all known. I just like that the game made this map be cut out. Like you can tell someone took a knife to the map and cut out a piece of it. I feel it's interesting. Oof. I'm hot. What was I doing? I was down to Songenge. The only people who knew there was another landmass to the west were the Vikings, and they didn't stay for very long. Yeah. And I'm sure they didn't know how much land there was because they went from Iceland to Greenland to Newfoundland, and they didn't go much further west than that. So they knew there was land, they just didn't know how big it was. And of course, the Native Americans who lived in the American continent knew there was a continent there because they were living on it. Did I find a spouse for him? Or was I still doing that? I think I was still doing it. Was I still doing it? Yes. Sum of all skills. 71 years old genius. Yes, that's where I was. That's where I left off. Pam is zealous, patient, and arrogant. Or Sangenge is all of those things. Pam is zealous, but she's not the other things. I don't want to marry him to someone with inheritable traits. He's 32. Wait, can I find of the 318 characters available? Pia has 23 intrigue. Chomo has 23 and 26 learning. That is amazing. Unfortunately, her health is poor. Why is your health poor? Oh, it's just because of old age. Yeah, that's unfortunate. She would make a tremendous doctor. With 26 learning and she already has the novice physician trait. That's unfortunate. I guess I could marry him to Pia. Since Pia is barren, there's less of a chance of them having children. And she's 43 already. So let's marry him to Pia. Send that proposal. Nor did they want to settle it because they were already pillaging and raiding Europe. Going to this newly found land and colonizing it was not even a thought process. Yeah, the Vikings weren't much for colonizing, period. Because even in Europe, they were pillaging and raiding, like you said. They weren't really setting down roots and setting up foundations for villages. Which is how the Vikings were quote-unquote defeated. If you talk to like historians, they'll say the way the Vikings the Viking culture was defeated was because they kept marrying into the families of lands they would pillage and raid, and so eventually they were just the children of those Vikings would not be Vikings. They would be English, they would be Anglo-Saxon, they would be Danes, they would be whatever the country they were born in was. I forget where I saw that, but there were a couple of historians I saw who talked about the Vikings in that way. So Karma is already married. Sering is married to her second spouse? She's only 22. Oh, yes. I married her into my court and then kidnapped and killed her husband so that I can marry her to Dorji. That was one of my very many evil acts in this game. And then my player heir, he's betrothed to this little 9-year-old now, who's the daughter of the Maharaja of Mlechchaha. But I think I can arrange a marriage. No, I cannot. But I want to keep this marriage because she's not only the sister of the Maharaja of Mlechchaha, she's also the sister-in-law of the Mahajahara of Pala. Yeah, so his wife is the older sister of that little girl. So that's why I set up that marriage. So I want to keep that betrothal. However, my other children, they can be used to have increased traits. The only way they wanted to control places was by conquest, and those places like England or Sicily or northern France. Yeah, and it's surprising too when you look at a map how far the Vikings got. And this game, I think, does a good job of doing that, right? Because you can see, is it Kiev? No, that's Slovak. Novgorod is Slovak. These are all Slovak. But I think there are certain counties. I know, for instance, everyone loves the Holsteins who plays this game. Here in Montague. Are they still Holstein? No, they're not Holstein. But if I look at... not memories. I look at the title of Montague. And then title history. You see the Hastings here who are Vikings. True Norse. And I think if I look at... I'm on my children, I have to remember that. If I look at a map of cultures, the Norse are obviously here in Scandinavia. They're up here in Iceland. But I think you can sort of see... faith is Asa true. Usually you can see, I guess... I can't at the moment, but usually you can see like little pockets throughout the entire world. But I know in real life, they went down this river all the way down, and you could find them here. I was hoping this would tell me what this place would be in modern day. What area this would be. I'm not sure what country this is in modern day. I assume Poland because of Polania here. But yeah, they made it as far south as down here. I know they were in the Black Sea, in Crimea. They were very good at getting around. Can I actually take this contract? No, because I'm not an adventurer. Yeah. So why is this still here? That must be a bug. Okay, so now I'm getting my children married, and these should be the last of the last. Pungse, my second son, is intelligent, so I can marry him to someone who is intelligent and fertile. And then, oh, no valid characters, huh? That's unfortunate. Inheritable traits. There's a couple of quicks. There's some more quicks. This 2-year-old is comely and robust. That's 2 traits. Who are her parents? I need this little girl to be married into my family because that is amazing. She already has 2 traits. Some Vikings became the Eastern Roman Empire's bodyguard, the Varangian Guard. Yes. I think I remember when I played in Europe, my last playthrough, where you could see the Varangian Guard in certain culture groups. Although I think I can still see them if I go to my culture and look at different things, different traditions of my culture. I think there's one called Varangian Guards, if I remember correctly. Nope, it's not here. Although I think that's because I have a Tibetan culture. I think if I go to the Byzantine Empire, Greek, Eastern Roman tradition, and then replace one of these. I don't know how to do it, but it's in here somewhere, I'm sure. I'm marrying Pungse at the moment. She's 2. How old is my youngest son? Is it Timinrong? I think Timinrong is my youngest son. He's 15. 2 might not... But I would get all 3 traits. I would get quick, comely, and robust. And my children would have a chance of getting any one of those 3 traits. Or his children. Is that worth it? Worth the risk? How old is my player heir? 18. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pin this character, and then at some point in the future, when I start playing as my player, I'll marry her as like a secondary wife, so I can get those stats. Meanwhile, for now, let's focus on Punce and who he will be marrying. He's intelligent. So I guess we'll wait until we can find an intelligent woman and marry her to him. Wait, does he have any crushes or anything? He does not. Oh, he's friends with Timirang. That's nice. His younger brother. So now let's look at Mutik, who is also intelligent, but he's delicate. So if we find a spouse for him again, there are no intelligent women. Only quick, and then a really old genius. So we can wait to marry him off. Then Zenji is 15. He's quick. So we can marry him to someone who's quick. Impatient, just, and compassionate. She is content. But her father has 2,500 soldiers. So this would be a good alliance. There's 14 characters, some of all skills. Yep, 45, 36. She's 22. I only want the ones who are quick. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these two who were just born, and then these two. So he can marry either Raj Kumari or Datta Devi. Datta Devi is a wild oat. She was born out of wedlock. She doesn't even have a father, so no one knows who her father is. And her mother has the lover's pox. She is a Nagarapati, though. So she's a noble, even though she's low-born. Both her parents were born out of wedlock. But at least this one knows who her father was. She has a young son who doesn't know who his father was. And she has a daughter who doesn't know who her father was. They might be the same dude, though. It might be this guy. They just don't know. So the question is, do I want to marry her into my family? Content and fickle. I'm not sure. Raj Kumari? I do want. So then I have one other son, Timinrang. So these two are going to marry. So I guess I'll marry her since she's older to him because he's older. Well, they're actually the same age. Never mind. Are they twins? Zenji and Timinrang? Yeah, they're twins. Okay, so then which twin is going to get which wife? That is the question. Zenji is technically the older of the twins. No, Timinrang is the oldest of the twins. But I sorted this by age. So I don't know. I guess we'll see whose personality matches whose better. He is impatient, just, and compassionate. Timinrang is eccentric, calm, and zealous. They're both content. That Devi has developed fickleness as well. So I don't think someone who's impatient would have patience for her fickleness. Timinrang is eccentric, which might go well with fickle. Even though game-wise it doesn't, but it might go well. So let's have Datta Devi marry Timinrang and Raj Kumari will marry Zenji. So send that proposal. And then Tim and Wrong with Data Devi. Just making sure no new character just popped up out of the blue. So Tim and Wrong with Data Devi. Send that proposal. Yeah, and the children are guaranteed to be quick, and it might intensify into intelligent. I know Coastal Warriors allows for the player to create Norse men at arms like Varangians, but they have to be Germanic in culture with bellicose ethos. Coastal Warriors tradition, but Palace politics allows for the player to recruit Varangians as well. Yeah, so there's multiple ways to get to that, which is good, but a lot of hoops to jump through to get that tradition. So now I have to decide who will marry my daughters. Nima is ill. That's unfortunate, but she's intelligent and she's homosexual. So she needs someone who's very fertile or very convincing and persuasive and a good seducer, which would make him very fertile. That way they can have children. So I need an intelligent man. This guy is 42, but he's intelligent. So let's see if I sort by, instead of inheritable, let's just look for intelligence. Oh. Okay, there's a few, so I don't have to marry her to this 42-year-old. There's 12 intelligent characters eligible to marry my daughter. Oh, okay. I was looking for someone similar in age to her, and I found one. I found two, technically. Which is good, because Senma, my other daughter, is also intelligent. So there's one for each of them. I was just looking at the stats. Because Marzipan, 33 martial is tremendous. Only 16 prowess, but still. He was a populous leader, which is the next version up from peasant leader. Peasant leader, I think, only had a scythe in their picture. Populous leader has a machete and an axe. Detractor of the Caliphate. Okay, I'm pretty far from them. I don't think I'll have to worry about them. I don't think I can take this heat. Let me turn on my fan. Hopefully it doesn't make too much noise for the microphone. So basically you have to be Germanic and Byzantine and you're good. Germanic or Byzantine. Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. If you want a Viking group, the Varangian Guard historically existed in the Byzantine Empire, right? Guarding the Eastern Holy Roman Empire. And Germanic is bordering the Germany and Germanic lands border Scandinavia. So that would make sense where those would be the two groups, the two culture groups where you would find Viking titles. Okay, I was taking a quick sip of water. If it wasn't my daughter, I would love to marry this guy into my court. But I don't think I want to do that to my daughter. Let me see, do you have any crushes? You do not. Oh, but this guy's bullying you. Should I marry you to your bully? Oh, he's already betrothed. Plus, that's just mean. Why would I do that to my daughter? My first daughter. I only have two of them. I wouldn't be that mean about it. Let's sort this by age. Kuntu is the youngest. Jayapala is 20 years older than her, but he is lustful, which increases fertility. So it might help, since she's homosexual, it might help them have children. And he is loyal, so he won't use that lust to cheat on her. He'll stay with her. Forgiving, fickle, lustful. The fickle that might not sound good, but he is loyal, so he should stick with her. I kind of want to do this. I guess it depends on the two children that are available, because one of them is going to Senma. So it depends on whether Kuntu... So these are the three choices. No, not Kuntu. Jayapala and the two children, who are similar in age to my two children. Yeah. Okay, so then let's look at each one. Ambitious and lazy. Ambition is a sin to this religion. That doesn't sound like it's a good thing for ambition to be a sin. I mean, it doesn't have to be a virtue, but for it to be a sin? This guy is paranoid, vengeful, and just. They speak Magadhi. He speaks Tibetan. Okay, and I think my daughters speak both of those languages. Yeah, because their two mothers speak Gurjar and Magadhi. So Senma should also speak. Oh, she doesn't speak Magadhi. Okay. So that's good to know. Senma does not speak Magadhi. Meanwhile, Nima is deceitful, wrathful, and stubborn. Deceitful, wrathful, and stubborn. Vengeful, and paranoid. He has claims on a petty kingdom, though. That would be nice. And he is ambitious with those claims, so he might at one point take that petty kingdom, which means my daughter might at some point be the Prabhu, right, of whatever that place is. So she'd get a title. Yeah, so Senma can marry him. Oh, he's already an Ngapo. Okay. With 300 soldiers, the county of Kotang. Oh, that's down here. And he has a claim on the petty kingdom of Limbuan, which is down here. Which is bordering me. So they can be here in Nepal. And on the other side of the mountains is Tibet. So if everything goes perfectly, my family, my dynasty, can have two different strongholds. They can have Tibet up here, which is where I will be playing, and then another branch of my family can branch out down here in Nepal, Himalayas, and Impala, and the rest of India. And that's, again, if everything goes perfectly. He won't use that to cheat on her because she already cheated earlier? Or he already cheated earlier. Did I miss that he has children? This guy. No, he doesn't have children. Claims on a petty kingdom because he's another joke. Yes. I keep missing your jokes. Yeah, so this guy is definitely marrying Senma. So now the question is, who's going to marry Nima? Senma is fickle and compassionate, so that, yeah, that's good. He's already ambitious. He doesn't have too many negative things. So he's only got 2 more slots where negative personality traits can take up. Unlike Ranavanja here, who is vengeful. But Paranoid's not really that bad. Except I'm paranoid, and every single time my wives even step like 5 feet away from me, I have to investigate whether they're cheating on me or not. So maybe that's not something I should be putting my daughters through. So yeah, I'll marry her to Jayapala here. So, although he's lustful, he's also forgiving. And Nima is homosexual, so she needs someone who's lustful to increase the fertility. So, yep, they're going to marry. Matrilineally, of course. And the children are guaranteed to be intelligent, and they might intensify into genius. So they might have genius children. 20-year age difference, but that's not too bad in this time period. Okay, she doesn't have ball hands, so she... How close are these people? Oh, that's pretty far. Yeah, so if they marry matrilinearly... Oh, it's matrilinear, so he'll come to me. Okay, never mind then. Send the proposal. And then Senma will marry the Ngapo. And that one cannot be matrilineally. Wait, can it be matrilineal? And then I really will... Nope, okay. Because then I really will have my house on another kingdom's. Can I force him? I would like this marriage to go through. Instead of this one. Oh, this guy also has a claim. Oh, he's this guy's player heir. That's why. His primary heir, I should say. Where is Puri? That's all the way down here. I think I prefer this guy. So what I can do, since he will not marry matrilineally, I can use my scheming ways car with a loud radio passing by my window. I don't know if you guys could hear it or not. So I could use my scheming ways. I thought I could fabricate a hook on this guy. But I cannot. Why can't I? Because he's a child. So I cannot fabricate hooks on children, apparently. But I can abduct him. It's very easy. And it'll only take 3 months. And so let's focus on being balanced. Start the scheme. Let me pin this character as well. Say, you're going to marry my youngest daughter, whether you want to or not. So Searing is this guy's own spy master, and he will join in. He's only 11 years old. Poor boy hasn't had full control of his court yet. The muscle will be Feyamlang, which is this kid's own steward. And then Vijaya. Oh, Feyamlang will actually be a good infiltrator. So then the muscle will be Dharmapala, my champion. Okay, so C-Ring does not repeat. The Spy Master can be my thug. It's already at 84%. So the muscle doesn't have to be as good as Fei Yamlung. It could be Dharmapala. Or it could be Zhangwa, who's already been a murderer. And I have a strong hook on him. So he'll be the muscle. Capped at 95%. And now the footpad Vijaya. Hopefully you do good so I don't remain disappointed with you. And then the infiltrator can be Fei Yamlung. And now it's a minimum of 10 days. So we've reached that. And now we need a lookout. My player Air, who's also my spy master, he can be the lookout. So he can learn the tricks of the trade of our family business. And now in 10 days, we'll have 5 advantages. But I want to make sure to get this 7 all the way up to 95 first. And so that is happening. And I believe that is happening because that is the last person we need to get married. That is Senma, my youngest daughter. But we still have 2 more kids in our court. 11 and 9 years old. Neither of them have inheritable traits. Well, that's not true. Prabhavati's a bleeder. Are her parents bleeders? No, they're not. I don't know how she became a bleeder, but she is. So let's marry Siyama Devi. Fertile and inheritable. There's 36 characters available. 2 of my sons and me. Shakar is fecund, so it would be nice to get that trait into our court in multiple ways. Humble, sadistic, and lazy. She's arbitrary. He's a dishonorable villain. She's a blackguard, which is pretty bad in itself. Very dishonorable and significantly more likely to start hostile schemes, abuse their position, send blackmail, betray their friends and spouses. What other traits are available? What are these claims? On my own kingdom. Okay, so let's marry her to Shakar, who's fecund. It's a 17-year difference. Actually, rather than the trait, what if I just look for some of our skills? Oh, me, obviously, but after me. This guy's got 25 stewardship. What does my console look like? Yeah. I could use someone with 25 stewardship. But my son is 3rd. How far until I reach that fecund person? So what's more important, the 25 stewardship or being fecund? I would get more taxes if this guy had higher stewardship, but I think stewardship skill. Yeah. I think I'm okay with my son being my steward. Let's go with Shakar here. Matrilineal, so he'll come to me. And then chance of children is high, obviously. Send the proposal. And they should get married in 5 years. And then the last person is the bleeder. I don't need traits for her. I just need to use her to find the most skilled man I could find. Oh, that's me, obviously. But other than me, 26 martial, but only 9 prowess. $34 learning. 5-star erudite oracle. That is definitely impressive. I would love for him to be my religious leader, but I cannot select religious leaders. I guess I can marry her to this guy with 25 stewardship and get him in my court anyways. Instead of some ball skills, what if I go through each individual skill? 20, 26, 25, 25, 12 prowess, 9 prowess, 3 prowess. Okay, stewardship, 25. Entry 28 for 2 people. And this guy's still young. Okay, I think I like this guy, Ananta, because he's still young. He is a seducer, but he's also loyal. Yeah, it's only a 16-year age difference, so let's do that. Matrilineal, of course, so that he'll marry into my court. Send the proposal, and that does it. Every single one of my courtiers is either married, married or betrothed. And that should do that. And then what else do we need to take care of? We have 449 gold. We're currently trying to abduct this kid. Oh, yes. I got stressed out because I reset all my perks. And so we need... Can I still go on a hike? Yes, 50 gold. Plan the hike. Mountains. Hills and no holding. Hills and no holding. No holding. Hills and no holding. Okay. So +2 is the only thing available. So I might as well do it nearby. Let's go here to Gangni. Yeah. Circumspect. I always do that. No. Let's search for secrets. We're always going to search for... Can I still search for secrets? I cannot. That's unfortunate. Circumspect makes enemy schemes worse. Make haste speeds me up. But I'm right nearby. It's only going to take 15 days. Mellow Journey. Receive fame for every visitor holding. I've maxed out my level of fame, so that doesn't matter. Appeasement. Lowers my dread and monthly tyranny. I don't think I have any dread or monthly tyranny. No, my dread's at 0. And then the rest costs money, so I have to select one of them. So let's go with Circumspect. That increases it by a day, but reduces enemy scheme success. And then the second one, I don't need to lower dread. I don't need fame. So we might as well make haste. We're circumspect, which reduces travel speed by 10, and then we make haste, which increases travel speed by 20. So we have a overall +10 travel speed. Yeah, so that's 14 days. And of course, it also makes the trip more dangerous, but we're literally going to the neighboring barony. So that does not matter. And then focus on recreation to lose stress. And then we can bring, I think I've brought Mutik before. So maybe Pungseng? We shall see. Mutik was delicate though, so I don't think I'll bring him again. Maybe Timinrong? Maybe Zenji? Zenji's pensive. Timinrong is curious. So maybe Timinrong. One of my daughters maybe? No, she's ill. Yeah, let's go with Timinrong this time. He is curious and he is eccentric. So he might like this. Then who else is going with me? Are all my children going with me? I have 16 guests. Oh yeah, it looks like everyone who was on that list I just saw is coming with me. He just gets to be my traveling companion. So he'll be right there with me. Oh, I can't host one for another 3 months. That's unfortunate. Quit activity planning. Confirm. So I can't host a hike to reduce stress, but I can do something else. I kind of want to host a feast, but that is very expensive. And I think my courtiers already like me. Well, she's minus 100. But that's fine. Plus, she's plus 90, plus 100, plus 90. 76. Plus 42. Yeah, it looks like plus 42 is the lowest opinion I see of me. Among all my courtiers, there's 50 of them. And this powerful vassal here doesn't like me. Let me demand this guy convert, because if he does not, then I think that gives me a reason to imprison him. He is zealous, so he won't convert. He's 659 though. His health is poor. Let's let him die naturally. Let's go on a hunt. I don't really need the opinion gain from a feast. So let's go on a hunt. Increase my legitimacy, which I desperately need. So we will go on a hunt. What does the Master of the Hunt do? Hunter trait experience. Do I have the Hunter trait? I do not. But success chance increases with aptitude. So let's hire a Master of the Hunt just for this hunt. Master of the Hunt. Ooh, I have a couple of excellent people. 4 excellent hunters. This guy actually has the hunter trait. This guy does not. This guy does not, but he's brave. This guy doesn't, but he's brave. Yeah. So Zhanghua is the only one who actually has the hunter trait. So he can be my master of the hunt. That cost me 0.12 gold per month, so that is not what I wanted. Every year, your Master of the Hunt has a chance of sighting regular game for you to hunt. Or every year has a chance of sighting dangerous game. Legendary game. Yeah, no, you can stay where you are now. But now that I have a Master of the Hunt, we go to the hunt activity. Everything looks good. 90 gold, plan the hunt. My hunter was good at Venerator, not Falconer, so we'll focus on this hunt. Confirm. Hill. Mountains, 2 pluses. 2 pluses for mountains, holding in hills, no holding in hills. Okay, yeah, he can go here in the mountains nearby. In Gagny. There's a city there too, so that's nice. Although, actually, this place, Parling, has no holding. So there's less population, which means there's probably more animals. So let's go to Parling. It'll take me 37 days to get there, but we will make haste. 32 days. 2% chance of danger. I'm okay with that. And we're focusing on recreation or slaying the beast. Losing stress, or I think this will give me an artifact. So let's get the artifact. Let's slay the beast. I think I'll lose stress anyways, just by virtue of doing the hunt. And then search parties increases success chance somewhat. Increases success chance markedly. I mean, I don't want to spend any gold if I don't have to. Party size. Master of the Hunt, bodyguard, personal physician, spouses, friends, lovers, and hunters. More prestige. Unlanded champions and lazy or martially educated courtiers and guests will join. Much more prestige, and everyone joins. I mean, I'm okay with just these people. Start the hunt. And that will help me lose stress. I'm trying to kidnap this guy. I'm trying to marry this girl into my family. And I think that will do it for all the administration I have to take care of at the beginning of taking over a petty kingdom. So the transition between adventure and noble, I believe, is complete. No children in my court can be educated. I did gain the veteran adventurer trait. I haven't looked at this yet. Martial per level of fame +1, prowess per level of fame +1. My level of fame is maxed out at level 5. There are 6 levels of fame, but the very first level, I believe, is considered level 0, disgraced. And then level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for legendary figure. So that means veteran adventurers give me 5 martial and +5 prowess. Men at arms are half priced to maintain. Okay, everything looks good. Sapa has previously led a life of bravery and action. Yes, yes. She is near death because she whipped herself and now she's in a dungeon. Ooh, I can try torturing her. If she stays alive long enough for me to get to those 2 intrigue perks, then I'll try torturing her. But finally, 2 hours into this game, we can finally unpause and start the time running. There is my hunt. I hope it goes well. I will be hosting a hunt in Parting, and time has come for us to depart. I have no doubt I will soon be returning home covered in glory. It's true, there is nothing quite like a good old-fashioned hunt. Schemer discovered. So it's my wife that's trying to kill Login. I mean, she is the ill-tempered, so I understand, wife. Your health is poor too. I get it. You don't have the patience. I don't know why I would call her the Rattling Fiend, though. She is my lover and my wife and the mother of 4 of my 6 children. It ends the scheme, though. Okay, so that marriage. Rapsel is... Why did I marry him in? He's a fighter. Excellent. Let me pause. Did Ananta come? Wait, hold on. Let's focus on Raspel first. He's in my court. And now if I look at my champions... Yeah, he's the second best. So force. And then allow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 9 champions. 6 of them are 19 or better. So that's really good. And then Dorshi would be 7, 8. Pungse would be 9, but I forbid him, as my son and steward, to fight. So Govinda becomes 9. 13 martial, 13 prowess. Miyase also has 13 prowess, but he has 14 martial. They're both 3-star education traits. And they both have 1 commander trait. He has Faithful Blade, which is good against other faiths. Miyase has Cautious Leader. So I think I would prefer Nyasig over Govinda to fight. Govinda's 53. I'll let him have a few more years of glory before he fades. The older your age, the more your prowess goes down, so he probably doesn't have many years left. But yeah, that takes care of Raspel. Next is this guy who married Prabhavati. Or is proposed, they're betrothed. So he's still not in my court. And then who's she? Oh yes, this is the one I'm trying to get to kill this guy. 33 intrigue. Yikes. Excellent. Yep, this guy's still not in my court. That's fine. We will continue time, and now we have some more marriages. Nima is betrothed now to Jayapala. Excellent. Zenji is now betrothed to this girl. And so now we have an alliance. You have 2,500 soldiers. That's good. Tamara Kingdom is where? Ooh, they're all the way over here. And they're huge. That is a good alliance for me to have because that protects me from Guge over here attacking me on my western border, because then they have to worry about their western border. That's actually a really good alliance. Excellent, excellent. And now, should anyone attack me, they have to worry about the 2,500 soldiers from my ally coming to defend me. I need to station a men-at-arms regiment. They're heavy infantry, so I need to station them. I believe one of these places is good. Yeah, the trophy halls. Although I don't want to keep them. For now, they're still good, and they do help heavy infantry damage. So we will station them there in Amdo. Right next to the mountain, so that's good. They are mountaineers, so they can train in the mountains. And then the siege weapons can be stationed anywhere, really. We'll station them over here, which is the middle of our country. Garco right here has no borders, no external borders. Like all these counties have external borders. Garco is right in the middle of all of them. So this is a nice place to protect our siege weapons. And then does that actually decrease? What does... Yeah. Okay, that's good. Monthly maintenance did go down by 0.1 gold per month. For whatever that's worth. Yeah, so that's good enough for now. This place will still cost 500 gold to feudalize? Yes, it will. I'm missing 100. So let's continue on our way. We just formed an alliance with her by marrying Timirang to her daughter. Excellent. That I didn't think it through because I just realized they're both zealous, which is good, but they're zealous about different religions. And then it's not even different sects within the same religion. No, this is a Hindu faith and this is a Buddhist faith. So that might not go well. But we shall see. And then Tripang married Yodam? Why did I guess it's because of the 5-star or 4-star Mastermind Philosopher. 18 learning. Excellent. Sirang married Naya Nadevi. She's fecund, so they have 2 years to have some children. Okay, and now Shatri married Gayatri. She's got the 22 diplomacy, 11 learning, so she would be a really good diplomacy teacher. She's a sports enthusiast. Okay. So that's excellent. And because my marshal is currently working on county control in Amdo, Amdo's negative modifier of Thieves Guild has been lost. So now I'm getting even more money. A ruler of the people. The liege has visited this province, giving a good impression on the locals. Yes, well, the capital is in this province, so that makes sense. And now I'm making 1.9 gold per month. Slowly but surely, we're going to get this monthly income out of the red. That is the goal. I think if I feudalized Kozama, that would do it. But I don't have enough gold. I need 500 for that. Okay, so this lady, Pia, is marrying Songna, the hunchback. And she is barren. So they shouldn't have any children to pass on either one of those negative traits to. Ooh, my abduct scheme has 5 advantages. And also Pema is getting married to Shatis. She's a lunatic? Did I not see that? Oh, she has 28 intrigue and 12 learning. That's why. Even if I did see that, I ignored it. Excellent. And the 11-year-old Siyama Devi is marrying Shakar. He's fecund. So I want that trait in my court. That's why he's getting married. Meanwhile, this scheme has 5 advantages, but we're still at 7%. And I'm not doing anything until it gets to 95%. And we still have 10 months of grace left before the secrecy matters. So we have plenty of time on that. And we have arrived at our hunting location. Making camp. Let me take a sip of water before I start reading these things. Okay, as we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, my servants can get started on the preparations. The gamekeepers check the highlands each day for signs of quarry, while establishing a camp closer to the hunting grounds. I have checked my gear and horse many times. It won't be long now. Soon. 8 months until it begins. That's a long time. Outliving my rival. When my jailer brought the joyous news, I could scarce believe it. My rival Marinera has finally perished in my dungeon. To think that I will live in a world free from that swine, and to think that I was the one who brought it about. I am so happy I could dance. I'm not happy. I was hoping she'd live long enough for me to torture her. So I'm dancing on her shallow grave. I gained 150 prestige and lost 143 stress. I'm no longer overwhelmed by stress, so it looks like I didn't even need to go on this hunt. I'm already on 68 stress. But this hunt also increases my legitimacy, so we had to do it at some point. 42% chance of success for this hunt, by the way. Menmo is the one trying to kill Salvar, the loathsome fiend. She is an insane antagonist. That's her personality. So it makes sense. You can't really say no one saw this coming. Because Menmo, everyone saw this coming. 7 months until it begins. Oh. I just realized I'm on 3 speed. Let's lower... Not lower. Let's raise this to 4. Meanwhile, this... We're at 95%. We have 10 advantages. So let's go ahead and execute the scheme. Execute with confidence. Abduct unwelcome guests. With my agents coming and going freely at the court in Kotang, and Gapo Galijunga is within reach, the agents are in position to let in a small group of people in the middle of the night, and to cover them as they depart undetected, ideally while muffling the screams of a kicking burlap sack. So I could say the risk is too great and reset. But we're currently executing with confidence. So rather than that, I like the sign of this plan. 95% chance he becomes my prisoner. 15% chance I'm discovered if he does not. However, there's only a 5% chance he does not. So let's go ahead. Scheme successful. I cannot believe it worked. It was as simple as letting some of my allies into the castle in the middle of the night, and Gampo Galijunga is no doubt kicking himself over the poor security. Thankfully, it's a lot better where he is now. I hope he likes his new quarters. So now I have him in prison. Ooh, oh. I accidentally hit execute. I'm not burning him at the stake. So for a hook. But can I arrange his marriage? No. Okay, so I'll release him. Oh, I can ransom him for 50 gold. I forgot I could do that. That is a much better way to make money. Okay, that's what we're going to do, but not now. Or at least not with this guy. This guy, we want a hook. Loses 20 opinion of me. But if I do it this way, he still loses 20 opinion of me. Okay. You can go for a hook. You spent what? A week. 8 days in my prison. So now with that hook, can I arrange a marriage between you and Senma? Matrilineally use the hook. No, he won't do it. He will not do it. So you know what? Because I'm not going to marry her non-matrilineally. So no, I'm just going to use that hook to demand payment. It was 50 to ransom him out, so I'll just take that ransom. Demand payment. And now that my mind has been opened to that possibility, wait, I'm making gold? Oh, my men-at-arms are less expensive because they're topped up now. That's why they were expensive before, is because I needed to fill them up. Yeah, now that I'm making gold, let's start abducting some people. Let's abduct all of this guy's children. No, we want to abduct people with money. Let's go to Amdo. Guge. Can we abduct the High Chieftain himself? Yeah, moderate. She has 143 by herself. So can we abduct her? That's also moderate. He's a High Chieftain. Can we abduct him? That's also moderate. I guess it has to be a child. The other kid was 11. She's a princess. Who should I abduct? One of his non-powerful vassals. Yes, this is very easy. Start the scheme. One of her courtiers would be the thug. Denpo is first on all of these. But I think I'd much rather he be the footpad. Who is Denpo anyways? Her spy master. And personal physician. Girl, you need your doctor to like you. Especially you need your spy master to like you. This is not good, and this is the reason why you need them to like you. No wonder he's first or second in every single one of these agent slots. 49 days left. And so Prabhavati Gupta, my own courtier, can be the infiltrator. And now each phase is 20 days long. The thug can be Pelcora here. One of her courtiers. And the muscle can be Dharmapala, my champion. Well, actually, I only need 29 to get to 100, so who's the best lookout? Shatis, my courtier. She'll be the lookout. And then the muscle will be Zangwa. No, he's the master of the hunt, and we're currently on a hunt. So I'll put Dharmapala there. And there. She has 50 gold. So once I kidnap her, I should be able to ransom her off. And maybe we'll get 50 gold. Maybe we'll get less. Either way, it doesn't matter. But this is the good thing about playing as an entry character. It is so easy to make money as an entry character. You can demand payment for secrets. Or you can blackmail. No, wait, that's the same thing. You can demand payment for secrets. You can kidnap people and ransom them. So many ways. What am I doing? I am on a hunt is what I'm doing. 6 months until it begins. We're at 4 speed now, so hopefully this goes a little faster. Just one more hill perk gave Nima 1 to prowess. The scheme has 5, but we're still at 28%. By the time it gets to 10 advantages, we should be at 95. Abduct en route. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route out of Countess Gyeltsen's hall, should anything go wrong. A detailed map of the local drylands, with all its hidden paths and caves, would be an invaluable resource. Ooh, if I explore it myself, I could get sick. Either way, I'll get stressed out. I'm currently on a hunt, though. But no, I'm a coward. I wouldn't do this myself. I could abandon the idea, or I could pay a hunter. But I'm paranoid, so I would be worried about the hunter. Yeah, right here. There's 26% chance where the scheme gains Tattletale. I would be worried about that as a paranoid person, so I would abandon the idea. We're already at 49%. I don't really need any more help. The hunt. Good prospects. Govinda assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the hills near Parling. After piecing together information from the few local gamekeepers, there is some talk about the tracks and fumes nearby. A stout buck is definitely in the area, and the conditions could hardly be better for hunting it. Govinda grins. This ought to be good fun. So let's get out there. And I seek the antelope. Or I want to hunt something with Vim, and I seek a wolf, but success chance decreases. And it's already as low as 45. So I definitely want that to be higher, not lower. We'll corner a tricksy hare instead. Peril is harmless. Prestige is trivial. Govinda loses 10 opinion of me because I'm a timid hunter. And every attending hunter does the same. But now, let's get out there. Let's go after that antelope. Lovers. While performing his duties as my spy, Sunang has discovered that Prabhu Wangchung here has secretly taken Ritispa Opame as a lover. She's 60 years old and he's 43. And you already have a 28-year-old wife. So obviously, this guy likes the oldies. She is a fornicator, so she likes people who like the oldies. Oh yeah, she has 3 children. And do none of them know who their father is? Not a single one of her children know who their father is. She is the Riti Spa of this city. So this is definitely useful to know. Let me pause. She has 22 gold. So let's blackmail her. 100% chance she'll accept. I had already blackmailed her previously about her child's heritage. So let's blackmail her for this. Girl, you gotta keep it in your pants. Or you gotta keep your pants on. Because you don't have an it to keep in the pants. So you just gotta keep your pants on. And then because this is a lover secret, I can then go to her lover and blackmail him as well. Sumnang has finished finding secrets. So that's fine. We'll go to the console. And yeah, you can continue finding secrets. So 5 more months. So let me unpause. Okay, she accepted. So now I will blackmail. No, I already blackmailed her. I will demand payment. 15, is that the max she can give? Yes, it is. So demand that payment. And then I will go to her lover and blackmail him. 100% chance he'll accept. Oh, under my wing. Zhanghua shared knowledge with this person, and they gained 10 opinion of each other, and slightly increased Zhanghua's hunter experience. Meanwhile, under my wing, my party and I stalk through a copse, eyes peeled for any sign of an antelope. From the canopy above, a soft twittering spills forth, growing louder as we advance. It is a nestling screeching for its mother. An agile huntsman brings down a fluffy eas, an unfledged raptor chick, from the palm. What luck! Only young birds caught in the wild can be properly trained to hunt. Have it taken back to my muse, and I gained hunting raptor for 5 years. Give it to Mutik as a gift, and he gains 15 opinion of me for 5 years. Or put it back. Success chance increases slightly. Yeah, I'm what, 52? This will increase my prestige. Improves falconry hunt success chance, but we're not on a falconry hunt. Mutik is not my player heir, so I don't care if he has it. But putting it back increases my success chance, which is at 45. So let's put it back, and now it's at 48. We have 35 days until it ends. We're probably going to fail this. Either way, I think Poonsang and Mutik bonded over dogs. They gain 15 opinion of each other. Do they both have pet dogs? Mutik has a pet dog. And Poonsang has a pet dog. Yeah, they both have pet dogs. That's why they bonded. Meanwhile, I forgot to click on that guy. Hold on. Is it this guy? Incapable. Due to physical injury or mental disability, Wang Chung is unable to take care of himself or take decisions independently. Well, I'm still gonna blackmail you. 50 gold. Demand payment. And now, with those 2 blackmail secrets, I can feudalize Kozel Homa. Yep, now it's a castle holding. I have not built anything, but now I have 3 castle holdings, so this should go from 0 to some gold. Where was I? I'm doing a hunt. This is at 70%. We have 8 months of grace left. And the hunt's about to end in a month. Let me unpause. Defying gravity. The party has stopped, distracted by an outcrop of rounded boulders atop a slope. Dorji pushes a loose one. All watch rapt as the rock tumbles down, gathering speed, reaching hill bottom with a satisfying thud. Say, this could be a chance to impress everybody. Push another, I shall jump it. Yeah, I'm craving. I'm not going to risk that. Success chance decreasing as well. No. Everyone helped Dorji roll the big one for me. I gained crushed by Boulder for 5 months. And success chance decreases and I get wounded. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. Very good. Let us continue. Success chance increases slightly. So it's at 48%. Now it's at 51. Softly, softly. My huntsmen say they know the place of the beast's covert and the nearby waterholes and grazings the antelope frequents. Though it is by no means an easy thing to do, if we were to carefully creep up on the buck, we could perhaps catch it unawares with our bows. We proceed by stealth and attempt to surprise the antelope, or real hunters corner their prey. This method is more perilous and success chance decreases, and I gain stress because I'm craven. So yeah, we're not doing that. We proceed by stealth. Mutik's dog, Amiable, found the scent. Mutik gained 35 prestige and success chance increased slightly. Good. So Mutik's dog's name is Amiable. I'm not sure that's a good name, but we have 3 weeks left for the hunt. We're almost at the max success chance here. So we will continue. His dog Amiable found the scent again, so we gained 3% more in success chance. So we're getting plus 12 from events. The foragers. The wood truly is the mantle of the poor, but as the antelope flees in panic from foraging peasants, I feel my patience wearing thin. Surely there must be better things to do in Parling today than picking roots and mushrooms. I mean, I chose Parling because it didn't have a holding, so I felt there'd be less people here. I can drive this rabble out of my hunting grounds. Success chance increases. I gain 75 prestige, but the county gains peasants denied forests for 10 years. Minus 30 popular opinion. That is a very steep penalty. I don't think I want that. Generous donation should keep them away long enough. I lose 15 gold. I currently have 12, so that would put me in debt. But I gain 50 piety. Success chance increases. And the county gains aided peasants for 10 years. Development growth plus 5%. Popular opinion plus 30. The poorest people of this county have received significant charitable aid. For 15 gold, this is a lot of good stuff, and it's totally worth it. But let's check out the last option, just in case we miss something good. These are their ancient rights, I suppose. Success chance decreases slightly. Yeah, it's not worth it. Let's give them a donation so that they go away. We're at 57%. Now we're at 62%. The dog's name is Amiable. That dog is a good dog. It keeps finding the scent. See, Supala has the hunter trait? No, he doesn't. He is a murderer, though. Shatri doesn't have it either. I know Zangwa does. He's my master of the hunt. Pungse, does he have the hunter trait? No. We have 2 weeks left until it ends. And we have 10 days left until this probably reaches 95% and we'll have 9 advantages. So we're almost there. Let's continue. Oh, my master of the hunt just gained some prestige for some reason. The shot. We're at 67% for whatever my master of the hunt just did. There is something majestic about the way the antelope gazes across the landscape. Hidden in the tall grass, I raise my bow. So I silently glance over at my master of the hunt, Zangwa, crouched down in the mud, who does the same. Okay, so I can have Zangwa strike true. Increases his hunter experience, and it's a prowess challenge. 64% chance it's successful. 35% nothing happens. But I get stressed out because I'm ambitious. So I wouldn't just give that up. He has 20 prowess. I have 26 prowess. So I would be successful in any prowess challenge. I could scream, "Now, everyone, loose!" And the antelope pales under a hail of arrows. Or stop, release the poor thing. We hunted it, no need to shed its blood. The trophies will not be available. Non-cynical, dharmic pacifism faith attendees gain 10 opinion of me. Every other attendee loses 10 opinion of me. So I remember of all the Buddhist faiths, the reason I chose Ari was because it did not have dharmic pacifism as one of its tenets. However, trying to find this. Okay, so this is Mahayana, another Buddhist faith. It does have dharmic pacifism. If I remember correctly, almost every other Buddhist faith had this dharmic pacifism trait. I didn't really read it too in depth, but I saw the word pacifism and I instantly said no when I was creating my character in the character creation screen. But he's Tibetan, so I wanted him to be Buddhist, and so to be, you know, as accurate as possible to the character when I'm creating him. And so the only Buddhist faith that did not have dharmic pacifism was my Ari faith. But now the question is, how many of my courtiers are not Ari? So any wheel that is not this light pale blue is Buddhist with dharmic pacifism. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 17 out of my 56 courtiers are Buddhist, non-Ari Buddhists. So do I care? Well, actually, I'm not even going to release this, so I just did that math for nothing. I'm not releasing them. No, everyone let loose. We have a 67% chance of success. Let's kill this. Kill this antler. Antelope. The kill. I slowly take aim, the antelope cocking its head as though in anticipation. Bowstrings snap as a dozen arrows whistle towards the animal. It slides towards us, snorts, pin-cushioned with shafts. I didn't stand a chance. I gained 2 experience in bow. Slightly increases hunter trait experience. Do I have the hunter trait? I don't think I do. No, I do not. I do have the bow, though. I reached level 1. What does that do? Tiny health boosts. That's good. I have a bunch of tiny health boosts. Or not a bunch of tiny health boosts. I have a bunch of health boosts, period. Yeah, didn't stand a chance. Skilled Master of the Hunt. Yeah, so he gained 35, slightly increased his hunter experience, and increased my success chance. We have a week left. We have 3 days until the next phase. Okay, so it's at 95%, and we have 9 advantages. We will wait 20 more days to get 10 advantages, and then we will execute the scheme to abduct this countess. This hunt ends in 3 days. I gained the hunter trait. Perfect. Bounty of the Wild. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. There is nothing quite like the thrill of bringing down a mighty beast. I gained 18 experience in Venerator. Govinda directs the breaking up, clumsily skinning the carcass before letting the game masters take over. We place the eager dog's share of the spoils on the stretched hide before departing for camp and home. Yeah, so I increased my hunter trait experience. I could keep a memento and I become the owner of Antelope Horn. Prestige, stress gain lowers. Glory Hound vassals like me more. Or I could give it to him. And he becomes the owner. And then that's it. I gained 25 legitimacy. That's good. Yeah, I'll keep it. Failed intent. Oh, because I did not slay the beast myself, right? We all slayed it together. But yeah, I'll keep the memento. Artifact is mine. Yeah, so I gained 25 legitimacy. 2 experience in horse and 2 in bow. For Hasteluder. And then what else? I gained Hunter, and now I have experience in Venerator. And then 25 legitimacy. I lost 88 stress. I am known as the Wolffather, so that's nice. That I now have the Hunter trait. And every participating guest gained 150 prestige. So let's finish the hunt. Let's equip this antler. I've had this open trinket spot for a while now, so that's good that I can finally fill it. I won this bow at a grand tournament. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to equip the antelope horn. I still do not meet the requirements for this journal, but it doesn't tell me what the requirement is. Oh, I have to be the creator? I am the creator. What do you mean I don't meet the requirements? Okay, this must be a bug because it says very clearly here that I'm the creator. And the requirement... Oh, the requirement is that I'm not the creator. Okay, so I do not meet the requirement, but every single other person does. Okay, so I'm the only one who cannot equip this. All of my player heirs going forward, every generation after me, will be able to equip it and gain that 40% monthly lifestyle experience. Okay. So that does it for that. I have 17 days until I execute this scheme to abduct this countess. Let me travel back home. Will I arrive home before I can execute the scheme? I gained 11 experience in Wanderer. I've already maxed that out years ago. Eons ago. Okay, I'm home. My caravan master reports we've journeyed for 191 days and traversed 3 baronies. Thanks, Siddhartha, I can go inside again. I lose 18 stress because I'm paranoid and craven. So I'm back to 0 stress. I can go on a hike. Oh wait, this horse isn't me. I thought this horse was me. No, that's an army. Okay. I can now execute with confidence. Let's kidnap this countess here. It's the same prompt. I like the sound of this plan. And I can't believe it worked. I hope she likes her new quarters. So now let's go to the prison, negotiate her release. She has 53 gold. Oh wait, I have to click ransom. There it is. And ransom her out for 50 gold. And that'll get me out of debt. Yeah, I don't care if he leaves. He has a weak hook on me. He should be dead already. I don't know why he's not dead yet. His health is poor and he's infirmed. Die already. I don't want anyone having a hook on me to survive. Meanwhile, this guy's a eunuch. So I'm ransoming out the prisoner. That'll give me 50 gold. I'm in debt. I'm about to not be in debt. And so control. Let's look at the control map. Does at 80 out of 100. There it is. I was wondering why there were so many different things. Amdo's at 80 out of 100. Garko's at 64. And then Kozoma is at 0. So that needs to get worked on. Reduced 100% due to low county control. And it was recently looted too. None of that is good. Okay. So next step, we need to find someone else to kidnap. How about this princess? Very easy. She has 85 gold. Start the scheme. Her own religious leader, who's also her personal physician, is willing to be my thug. Okay, so it looks like Vijaya can be my footpad. And Prabhavati Gupta can be the infiltrator. And now each phase is 22 days long. And the thug will be her doctor and religious leader. 79%. The muscle can be Dharmapala. One of my champions. And then we don't really need to look out because we have 10 months of grace period. And we'll probably get to 10% and to 95% before this grace period ends. And so can we have multiple schemes going on? Does my intrigue skill allow me to have multiple schemes? Let's see, can I try kidnapping her? Yes, I can. I can have multiple schemes going on. So I'm kidnapping the mother and the daughter. So the thug can be her own courtier. He would be better muscle. Thupten, her spy master. Oh no, her husband's. No wait, who's in Gabo Sangwon? Yeah, it's her husband. Oh no, it's her brother-in-law. They look similar. Okay, so her brother-in-law spy master can be the footpad. Yeah, she's better as footpad than infiltrator. And then I need an 18 there, but that's fine. This guy will be better muscle. So 27 and 29, which would be 56, or 31 and 25, which would also be 56. But I prefer this way, because this way none of my courtiers get involved. It's her own marshal, or rather this court's marshal, as my thug, and then her brother-in-law's courtier as the muscle. And so I just need an infiltrator to speed this up. Should I use my own courtiers? I really only need 18. Yeah, I guess it's gonna have to be my own courtier. I'll use Sisupala. He hasn't been involved in a scheme recently, and I know how much he likes him. So he can be the infiltrator. And this should be faster. It takes 10 days. So the mother should be faster to abduct than the daughter. The phases are 12 days faster, and she's already starting at 42%. So let's abduct these two. They both have gold. So once we abduct them, we can ransom them out for money. And climb our way out of debt. Where am I? I'm over here, Koni. Just unpause. She was in prison for 8 days. She's at -99. Yes, because I killed her mother. Her mother was my rival whose land I stole, right? Yeah, so let's just kidnap all of them and ransom all of them. Just torment this family. What's this family? It's not Tong, is it? It is the Tong family. 4 living members. So I guess you're next, Chiefess Dilemma. She's the next to be abducted. This is not matrilineal, right? So her children are no longer part of this house. So I want to make sure to eliminate every single living person on this earth who has a claim to this kingdom I just stole. So we are going to kidnap all of them. We're not going to kill them. But we're going to make their life awful. This one unfortunately had 6 children. So that's her. She's making my life a little tougher. Selema over here only has 3 children. Disturbing confession. Openly confessed to some disquieting things. But yeah, we're going to torment this family. We already have 5 advantages down here. And we have 5 up here. Okay. She's maxed out. We just need 2 more advantages. Zenji comes of age. I am proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. A natural administrator from birth, it should surprise no one that Zenji has come far in his studies of the management of the realm. Displaying a thorough understanding of the flow of gold and the wanderings of people, he even expresses a remarkable creativity in dealing with these matters. They grow up fast. So he became a 3-star fortune builder. He's got 15 stewardship. Oh, Tim and Rang came up. Right, they're twins. Even as a child, Tim and Rang always had a way with words. It is therefore unsurprising that he has taken well to the study of diplomatic relations. A true silver tongue, he could sway the opinions of counts and kings alike. When he speaks, the court listens in an enraptured silence. So he became a 4-star Grey Eminence, 14 diplomacy. Let me pause. They grow up fast. Okay, so I will unpause, let me put at 3 speed. Unpause, let a day go by, and then repause to see how the stats have changed. He has 14 diplomacy, and his twin has 15 stewardship. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so his diplomacy went from 14 to 22. Meanwhile, his brother went from 15 stewardship to 21 stewardship. So you know what this means, right? Let's look at our console. We can replace Pungse, who's our second child. He has 17 stewardship. We will replace him with Zenji, who has 21 stewardship. He's impatient, but he is just and compassionate. Meanwhile, Pungse is arrogant, brave, and gregarious. So he doesn't really want to be a steward anyways. So we will make Zenji the steward. Pungse loses 20 opinion of me for 10 years because I fired him. It's okay. He's still at plus 100. He's way over plus 100, but it's capped at 100, so that's why he's at plus 100. And then Selbar, my friend, you were supposed to die soon so that my son can take over as chancellor. You are stubborn. You're even being stubborn with death. But let's see. Mutik has 23 diplomacy. Tim and Rang has 22. I feel that it is time. Time for Mutik to take over. Compassionate, just, and chaste. Yeah, Mutik can take over. He spent a year learning from Selbar. It's been a year, so I feel like that's enough time. Mutik can become my new chancellor. That increases the diplomacy by 2. Selbar loses 20 opinion to me for 10 years, but he's still at 100. Content atheist. Very cynical. More inclined to ignore faith in politics, accept demands from faith-based factions, and use faith as a tool to further other interests. They are unlikely to care about piety and will almost never support religious authorities. Somewhat generous, intends to spend more than they can afford, send gifts, ransom prisoners, accept relocation. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, so now my council, of the 4 positions I can actually choose from, because this one's my wife and this one's my religious leader chosen by the Buddhist faith that I believe in, not by myself. So of the 4 positions I could choose from, 3 are held by my sons. Yeah. Not bad. I have some very good children. Let me see. Sumnang, Pungse, Mutik, Timinrang, Zenji. So that just leaves my 2 daughters who have yet to come of age. She is betrothed. And she is not betrothed. Yeah, because I decided to screw the other guy. So instead, I remember there were 2 children that I wanted to marry her to. Is she intelligent? Yes, she is. One was 11, which was the guy I kidnapped. And the other was 14. So if I sort by age... Yeah, now he's 15. Paranoid, vengeful, just. She is arrogant, compassionate, who does not like sadistic people, and fickle. Do just people not like fickle? No, that's arbitrary. Okay. Everything good so far? Oh, he's homosexual. Oh, she's not. Okay, I was about to say, I thought this was my homosexual daughter, but no, this is not my homosexual daughter. I was about to say, if I marry 2 homosexuals, they're not going to have any children. But no, they are safe. He has a claim as well, so that's good. Matrilineal. They will not accept. I'm marrying everyone matrilineally, so... That's unfortunate. She's going to remain unmarried. Oh well, let's look at the rest of my children. He's betrothed to her. He needs a spouse, someone intelligent. No one is intelligent. Huh. That's why he's single. Mutik needs someone intelligent, but again, there's no one who's intelligent. Timinrang is betrothed. Zenji is betrothed. Nima is betrothed. And Senma is not. Okay, so that is Pungse, Mutik, and Senma. 3 of my 6 children need to get married. Wait, I have 7 children. 3 of my 7 children still need to get married. There are no other children in my court who need education. Just with my children, I have some really skilled counselors. Let's look at succession. I haven't looked at that in a while. I have 3 counties. Okay, let's change the law. I do not like Confederate partition, because that splits everything equally, right? And then partition. High partition. This is what I want. However, I cannot get it. Why? I need high crown authority. Primogenitor. Yeah, so my land is gonna get split up quite a bit when I die. I need plenary assemblies. But plenary assemblies, is that here? It is. In fact, it's what he's currently working on. That makes sense, because he's also a ruler just like me, so he would want to shore up his succession. So since I cannot change that, okay, this guy does not like me. He's the only powerful vassal I have, because he holds the only other holding in my land, in my petty kingdom, that I do not have. And so we will murder him. Oh. That's right, I'm trying to kidnap 2 people. So what does succession look like? Pungse gets this county. Mutik gets Garko. Pungse gets this. Mutik gets that. I think I'm okay with that. And then I'll give the city to my sisters, if I can do that. Sounds about right. 34 days until the next phase. Wait, why is that taking so long? I thought these were 10-day phases. Let me unpause. Wait, I have 2 messages. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, my Master of the Hunt. That strong hook is available again. Okay, I'll take 10 more gold, thank you. Minus 15 because I blackmailed him, but he's still at plus 100 opinion. He is intimidated by me. But I have 0 dread, so... Well, I have 0.5 dread. And then Senma is my daughter. I'm not demanding payment from my children. So that's all those messages. Let's continue on. My dear father, in my work at the court of Gyalpo Pelzangpo, I have failed to find any secrets. However, the truth does not have to stop us. Yeah, we learned before and I already knew and I had to relearn it. We do not pay for hooks. I will pause. And since you have finished there, let's find secrets somewhere else. Let's go to my neighbor. Kunko? Let's go to Nima. capital is down here. Let's find secrets down here. In Zienza. There you go. 4 months. Not bad. Meanwhile, 4 years to do what? Oh, to convert culture. Faith, to convert faith. Okay, let's go back to our schemes. This is taking way longer than I thought it was. But we have 10 days left until we can execute this scheme. Now we can abduct the mother. Execute with confidence. Highway attack. Right? Just tell me that Brizalda is traveling within the Chungthang. I have arranged for some brigands to interrupt her little journey and make sure she arrives here instead. Soon she will be at my mercy. It costs 15 gold. Successful. The brigands did their job admirably, and Brizalda is safely in my hands. I hope she likes her new quarters. Not hooks and secrets. Huh. He will not accept that. But that's fine. I can tell her to renounce her claims because she has a claim on all of my land. And then I gain a weak hook as well. Oh, she's very reluctant. That's fine though. Mostly it was from the claims that I kidnapped you. Can you convert while you're at it? Since I don't know why she would much rather convert than give me a hook. I guess it's because she's cynical, so she's not actually a believer. Godless empath. Okay, that's fine. You can convert to my faith. I don't care. And renouncing your claims is the most important part. Negotiate her release. And then, who else has claims? That's her claims. Her children do not have claims, do they? No, they do not. Okay. But she does. So I need to kidnap her next. Get her to renounce all of her claims on my petty kingdom. Ooh, that would be moderate. I have to do it though. Because I don't want anyone with claims to my kingdom existing. So I have to do it. Or should I murder her instead? Are these are pressed, so that means their children will also get it. Actually, no, they're unpressed for my kingdoms. My land are unpressed claims, which means if she dies, they do not get passed down. The pressed claims do get passed down as unpressed claims to her children when she dies. However, none of them are for my land, so I don't care if her children get claims on these places. So let's kill her. We don't need to abduct her. Abducting her would be moderate. Killing her would be very easy, so let's kill her. Like I said, we want to get this family that used to own this petty kingdom I took over completely out of our hair. So we kill her. Let's see. Infiltrator. Footpad. Sumnang, my son, would be the assassin. Sumnang and Shatis. I don't need the two of them. I need 50 So I can send Dorji and Sumnang. Sering and Sisupala. No, Shatis would be the footpad. And Sering would be the infiltrator. And then the alibi will come from this Chancellor. Okay, so Sumnang. And not Shatis, Dorji. And that'll get me to the cap of 95%. And then the infiltrator, the footpad will be Shatis. 37 days per phase. And then Sering should get me down to 10, which is the minimum anyways. And I don't need someone to give me an alibi because I have a 10-month grace period. So we're going to murder her. That should get rid of everyone who has claims on my land. Can I actually look at my land and see who has claims? Claimant 7. So her, who I have in prison, and she's about to renounce all her claims. Her, who I'm about to murder. And then my sons. My 5 sons. And that will be it. So that's perfect. Oh, that's my son. So how long until 13 months until we completely control the county of Amdo. And the scheme to 12 days left, right? Oh, 24 days. To the abhorrent Prabhusapa. I have no choice but to accept your conditions for my release. Yeah, she hates me now. That's fine, your husband loves me. Forced to renounce claims, demanded my conversion, imprisoned family member, that's her mother, caused the death of loved one, her mother, abducted me, seized close family's realm, yes. So she has a lot of reason to hate me. What is communal identity, however? Oh, because I forced her to convert, so now she's also Ari. Farewell, Brizalda. May I never have to see you again. For your sake. Because if I have to see you again, you're getting murdered. Meanwhile, I'm abducting this princess here. 20 days. Oh, let's put this at 4 speed again. Wait, it's already at 95%. Yeah, we'll execute with confidence. We'll wait. There. This one, I can execute the scheme with confidence. Unwelcome guests. Okay, so they get let in the middle of the night. I like the sound of this plan. And it was successful. I can't believe it worked. No doubt kicking herself over her poor security. Let's go to the prison now. And she has a bunch of gold. She has 91, so we can ransom her for 50. And it costs 15 to set up this whole scheme and pay everyone. And so I ended up making 35 gold. So we will ransom her out. They only end up spending about 8 days in prison. There, 8 days, 9 days. She spent 9. Most only spend 8. And so if I look at, I have 1 scheme left. Trying to murder the last person who has any claims on my land. Who is not related to me. Yep. And then if I look at the counties. It's the same 6 claimants. Oh, those counties are not in my territory. Okay, and so now the last thing I need to do is get rid of this powerful vassal. Do I murder him? That murder would be easy. Abduction would be very easy. So you know what? Can I abduct him, ransom him for his money, and then abduct him again and kill him in prison? I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, let's do that for now. We will abduct him. He's obese, 65, and poor health. So he might die before I can even abduct him. But I think I would much rather take the title for myself, because if he dies, he naturally gives the title to someone else. If I kill him, he didn't have a chance to set up his succession, so I can take the title for myself. I believe that's how that works. Let's hear it. Thug. Marshall. Muscle. Footpad. Vijaya. He's terrified by this guy. I don't know why. But Vijaya disappoints me. Dharmapala and Tisupala. Yeah. Dharmapala will be the footpad. So now 43 days per phase. And then Sisupala will be the infiltrator. And now 17 days per phase. And now Thug and Muscle. Samantha Bhavadeva. And the Muscle will be Zangwa. So he is... He's not in our kingdom, but that's fine. And then the Muscle Zangwa, that'll get me to 99%, but it's capped at 95. And I don't need to look out because I have a 10-month grace period. So that does it for that scheme. And again, remember, I like to roleplay through, and my character is very intriguey. So that's why we're doing all these things. I managed to get myself out of debt. I would like to get more money before I die so that I can pass the money on to my successor. But first, I need to clear up the land. So first, revoke anyone who has claims to my land that is not me or my children. And that should be completed by murdering Chiefess Dilemma. Next, abduct this guy, take his city, and then give that holding to one of my family members, and then no one will exist within my land that has power that is not a member of my family. And once I get that done, I can focus on kidnapping people for money again and build up my treasury so that my successor has a nice little piggy bank saved up for when he takes over. Meanwhile, my sons are on my console, and I do like that. But I feel like this is a good spot to stop for today. We got a lot of administration done today. I need to increase control here to make some money. And so at the end of last stream, we picked up this petty kingdom finally, our first piece of land in this playthrough. And now in this stream, we have gotten all of the administration done. Not much time has passed since we got this kingdom. I think it's been 2 years. Can I look at my memories to actually see how long it's been? The 18th of February, 903. We're currently on the 26th of January, 904. So it's been less than a year since we seized the kingdom, but we have cleared up all of the aftermath of seizing the kingdom, right? So there's only one person left with claims and they're about to get murdered. There's only one vassal within the land that has power, and we're about to get rid of them as well. And so I feel like we, even though less than a year has passed, we accomplished quite a bit. We feudalized the tribal territory. So now if you look at the government types, It's all feudal, which it was before, but we had a few tribal holdings, and now those tribal holdings are gone. So it's all feudal. Our priest is working on converting the faith here because I believe all of the faith is Carwe Bompo. So all of this purple striped area is my land. And it's purple striped because my faith is Ari, which is purple colored. So we're currently trying to convert the people within this land. And that, I feel, was a very productive day. Even if it wasn't a lot of time that passed, a lot of stuff happened in that short amount of time. So thank you everyone for watching. If you missed anything and would like to catch up on what happened during this stream, or what has been happening during this playthrough, or would like to catch my previous playthrough, which was the first time I ever played this game, you can catch all of that on my YouTube channel. Or if you'd like to know when next time I'm going live, you can catch that on my Instagram. I post on my stories. It's at A Squared Gamer is my tag on all 3 platforms: Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Check me out. I'd appreciate it if you follow me, subscribed, whatever it is, gave me a like. I don't even know what it is. I'm not a big social media head, but you know, I have those platforms available if you would like it. If you're watching my streams and you'd like to get more involved and follow me, I do have those available to you. I also have a Twitter channel. A Twitter, a Twitter handle. It's at A Squared GMR. A Squared Gamer was taken on Twitter. So I also post when I'm going live there. So you can give me a follow there if you'd like. Otherwise, I feel like this was a good day. Very productive. I'm very happy with everything that happened. And as for next time I stream, today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, so I have to go back to my regular scheduled work week tomorrow. And so I will not be able to stream again until Monday. My schedule is on my Twitch page. If you scroll down to the schedule tab and press on that, you'll see I have it posted there. I stream every Monday and Tuesday. It says 4:30 to 9:30, but you know, those times are very fluid. Usually I try and go past 9:30, and usually I'm not gonna be able to stream before 4:30, but sometimes I go before, sometimes I go after. It really depends on what my day looks like, because you know, I have to work the rest of the week, so Mondays and Tuesdays is when I get stuff done. But I'm almost always guaranteed to stream between 6 and 9, so there's that. But yeah, my schedule's on my Twitch channel in the schedule tab if you'd like to take a look. I'm here every Monday and Tuesday. I think since I've started streaming, it's been 3 months, almost 4. I started, I think it was the week of Valentine's Day, the week after Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day was a Friday. I started streaming that Monday. So it's been 3 or 4 months, and I've streamed every single Monday and Tuesday since then, except for the Monday after Mother's Day. But every other Monday and Tuesday I've been here. And for anyone who has caught any of my previous streams, again, thank you. I'm very grateful. I'm doing this as a hobby, so if you can enjoy watching me, then that's really what I'm doing this for, because the only reason I started was because I enjoyed watching other people play Crusader Kings. So I figured I'd pass it along. So if I did, and you are, then thank you. And if you're not, I mean, thanks for watching anyways, I guess. Either way, I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is in your time of the world. Thanks for hanging out. Catch y'all next time.